Welcome to Upcoming Auto Reviews. A 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber from Japan. Posted June 25, 2025 by Wesley Rianique. 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber by Kid Custom Factory, Japan. The Japanese custom scene has its leading lights, superstar builders with resumes that include coveted show trophies and high-profile OEM collaborations. But there are also highly skilled craftsmen who manage to fly under the radar, like the builder of this captivating Harley Electra Glide Bobber, Shintro Kido. Kido-san runs his one-man shop, Kid Custom Factory, out of Fukuoka, a port city situated on the northern shore of Kyushu Island. He started his career at a factory that built Formula cars in Suzuka, before turning his attention to custom motorcycles. He's been operating as Kid Custom for 17 years already, but this is the first time his work has crossed our desk. 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber by Kid Custom Factory, Japan. Shintro's machines are by no means flashy, says photographer Kazuo Matsumoto, who brought us this story. However, if you look closely at them, you can see the intricate craftsmanship throughout, like beautiful works of art. Of course, he has a high level of knowledge and skill with engines, so these machines are also a lot of fun to ride. Shintro is equally adept at customizing both modern and vintage machines, but this particular project called for a classic touch. The donor bike was a 1979 Harley-Davidson FLH Electra Glide, and the inspiration came directly from the customer. Shintro wanted the machine to have a calm, mature vibe, not extreme, because of the owner's gentlemanly looks, Kaz explains. 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber by Kid Custom Factory, Japan. To kick things off, Shintro stripped the bike down to nothing but its frame and shovelhead engine. He focused on the chassis first, converting it to a hardtail with a wheelbase that's almost an inch shorter than stock, a small change that made a big difference to the Harley's stance. Closer inspection reveals a host of finer details, like the hollowed-out steering neck gusset. The front forks are period-correct 35mm Harley-Davidson FX units, but they've been modified extensively. Shintro turned the fork lowers on a lathe to give them a smoother look, while also machining a custom top yoke out of a chunk of aluminum. The idea was to create a vintage European vibe for the front end, as if the bike was running classic Seriani gear. The foot pegs and brackets are handmade parts and include a foot-operated clutch. Gear shifts are done by hand, via a jockey shift that utilizes a custom linkage system. Shintro wanted the shift lever to look like a traditional wooden knife handle, so he studied knife-making techniques, and used those to craft the piece. 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber by Kid Custom Factory, Japan. Moving to the paint job, Shintro called in another regular collaborator, Makoto at FFF. The owner had requested green, as a nod to his business branding, so Makoto laid down a lush green metal flake base, complemented by pinstripes, brushed aluminum details, and just a hint of filigree. Finally, Shintro drew on his experience building race cars to fabricate a high-mounted exhaust system, giving the otherwise elegant shovelhead a sporty edge. The carburetor is an SNS cycle part, while the cast air cleaner cover is from Fork Japan. 1979 Harley Electra Glide Bobber by Kid Custom Factory, Japan. Skillfully blending modern and retro sensibilities, this Harley Electra Glide Bobber is the mark of a craftsman at the top of his game. Frankly, we're a little embarrassed that it took us so long to discover Kid Custom Factory.